this is a big win for fibromyalgia patients. And hopefully we can bring home that FDA approval and get the drug out to them as quickly as possible. Yes, this is will be the first new drug in more than 15 years, if approved. And also, it's the first drug of a new class of medicines called the tricyclic class for fibromyalgia.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Dr. Seth Lederman. He is the CEO of Tonix Pharmaceuticals. And Dr. Lederman, nice to see you again. How are you?
I'm well. Thanks for having me on, Steve.
Yeah, company out with news today, very significant news about getting your PDUFA date for TNX 102SL. And so let's take a step back and just remind everyone about what PDUFA is and why it's so significant.
Thanks, Steve. PDUFA stands for Prescription Drug User Fee Act, and that's the date that FDA sets as a goal for making a decision on marketing approval for TNX 102SL. So our drug candidate, TNX 102SL, is in development for fibromyalgia. We filed the new drug application. It was accepted, and now FDA has given a goal for making a decision on FDA approval of August 15, 2025.
Okay, so what happens now with yourselves and the company in leading up to that date? What do you have to provide the FDA with?
Well, there'll be a lot of interactions back and forth with the FDA as they are reviewing the application. And there'll be a series of information requests, and then there'll be a discussion about all sorts of different things. But in general, with the act called PDUFA, Prescription Drug User Fee Act, the FDA really tries to stay in a schedule for making a decision on approval. But as importantly, we are ramping up our pre-launch activities. So we already market two prescription drugs for the treatment of migraine, and we have a commercial team, but we're adding to the commercial team. We recently announced the recruitment of a head of marketing and a head of medical affairs. So we are building out our team and doing a lot of work to prepare for launch. In the pharmaceutical industry, launch in August 15th is very close. We have a lot to do between, approval is August 15th, and then launch would be hopefully shortly after that.
Yeah, this is obviously pretty significant for your company, but also pretty significant for fibromyalgia patients as well. Because if you are successful and you turn this to actually being able to market this to the public, it's the first new drug for fibromyalgia in over 15 years. Is that, did I read that correct?
Yes, yes, this is a big win for fibromyalgia patients. And hopefully we can bring home that FDA approval and get the drug out to them as quickly as possible. Yes, this is will be the first new drug in more than 15 years, if approved. And also, it's the first drug of a new class of medicines called the tricyclic class for fibromyalgia. And fibromyalgia is a chronic pain condition, and our product is a non-opiate product. So we think it could be a really big addition. Our new mechanism works. We believe it works by targeting the disturbed sleep that's associated with fibromyalgia. So a really new and different way to potentially treat fibromyalgia. And because of that, FDA granted us fast track designation, which is reserved for important new drugs for serious conditions that represent unmet needs.
Okay. And one last question, Dr. Letterman. Leading up to that date of August 15th, are you expecting a lot of news flow specifically on what happens with the FDA, or is it more done behind the scenes, or is it a bit of combination of both?
I think it will be behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I suspect that the next thing that the public will know about our process will be FDA's decision, on or about August 15th.
Well, it is exciting times, Dr. Letterman. Thanks so much for updating us on what's going on. I appreciate your time, and we'll talk again soon, okay?
Thank you, Steve.
All right, Dr. Seth Letterman, the CEO of Tonix Pharmaceuticals.